And we are live. I clearly broke my countdown. I don't know what it was doing in the last seconds there. What is up, everyone? Good to have you hanging out with me. This is the second time that I am live. This time Heath is not with me, unfortunately. You just get me. But it's good to be here. Good to be back on stream. The last time I was hacking stuff was pre-OSCP. So in that time, I got the OSCP and I interviewed Heath Adams. And that's just been within a couple of days. So it has been a blast. Thank you for those of you who are on this journey with me, and hopefully we can do some more learning. A special shout out. I can't talk. Espran and Kelly Max, good to have you guys in the chat. For those of you watching, so we got 10 online right now. If you have a Twitch account, would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you in the chat. Let me know how you stumbled across this, and would love for you to follow along with what we're going to do tonight as well. We have kind of a special thing. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Changing it up again. I clearly have ADD when it comes to Linux distros. We are in Ubuntu today, but we are going to continue to work through the advent of Cyber series by TryHackMe. I got totally behind. My excuses. I did take the OSCP and pass it, and then I took some time off from hacking. So I'm way behind on the advent of Cyber series. But I wanted to do a special stream tonight because the person who made the room tonight is my friend Amoeba Man. He is a penetration tester and also a red team content engineer for TryHackMe. An incredible person. He made all of the Active Directory networks on TryHackMe, as well as a few other rooms. I remember one of the first rooms I did by Amoeba Man, and I think he might be watching, hanging out with us, was one about big data. Was it Hadoop, I think? It was like hacking big data. It was brand new to me, but learned a lot through it, and he's kind of been my mentor on this journey and this path that I am on personally. But without any further ado, I would encourage you, get your VM open or just follow along on your Windows computer, and let's go to TryHackMe. As usual, I have not looked at the room, have not looked at the module. We are going to do it with fresh eyes. So this is not like pre-prepped and now I'm going to explain to you how to do it. This is me stumbling through it right alongside of you. So hopefully we both learned something through the process. And yeah, there's Amoeba Man. Big data with Hadoop data lakes. Yes, I remember Hadoop. I remember being really confused, but that was helpful. And I remember so many nights in a row just being on stream. I don't know why Firefox isn't opening. There we go. Oh, right to TryHackMe. When we would just hack from like 9 p.m., at least my time, to 1 in the morning. 1 second, guys. Just got a text message from my daughter's school. Yo, where I live, we are in like a blizzard. This is the second day in a row with no school, and then the day before that was 2 hours late, and the day before that there was no school. So where I live, we get lots of snow, and school just got canceled again for tomorrow. So my daughter gets a snow day with my son. That'll be fun. All right, let's dive into it. Advent of Cyber. If you haven't already, log in to TryHackMe, and let's do this together. Got it. Thank you. I got it. I understand use cookies. Loading a little slow, but that might be my internet connection or it's my VM, one of the two. Looks like it's stuck on transferring images from AWS. Or it's just because my Twitch is obviously so popular. There's so many of us doing it right now that we're going to DDoS TryHackMe. There we go. Let's go ahead and start our machine up. And we are probably going to have to download the VPN as well. Let me go ahead and do that. Might be good practice for those of you who have never connected with your own VPN. If you click your profile picture up here and then click access, we will go here. And if you're doing a network, now this is important. I'll just point this out. If you do any of the networks, you actually have to get a special VPN from the network tab there. The machine VPN is different. It does not work, but let's go ahead and download our configuration file. There we go. And we'll open up our terminal. And CD downloads, ls. There we go. Sudo openvpn Tenebrae. Put in our password. I haven't even connected from Ubuntu yet, but I'm sure it's the same as all the other ones. Looks like we are good. We can just verify. And we are on the VPN, it looks like. So VPN is good to go. We can close or minimize our terminal window, come back to the room. And Let's see what we can learn. Just glancing over at the chat, people complimenting Amoeba Man, sweet. And then Zetherium X said, not related to THM, but have you done the PMPT exam? I have not. That is something on my bucket list. My co-streamer Nate, who's on here every once in a while, he has done the PMPT exam, and all I've heard is really good things about it, about the learning process, about the course material, about the exam itself. I don't know if you were on here earlier, but I had the honor of sitting down with Heath himself and talking a little bit about it. So I would encourage you to take it. I haven't taken it personally. I think Amoeba Man's taking it pretty soon. At the end of December. If there's any of you in the chat who have taken the PNPT, we'd love to hear from you as well. Let Zetherium X know what you thought of it. But you guys can see I am at day 9. I have failed. I got way behind after the OSCP. I try to catch up a little bit, but I haven't been able to do much. So let's jump to secure coding. We already started. Oh, I started the wrong machine. Whoops. Let's terminate that machine. I started the machine for Dock the Halls. And let's actually start the correct machine. Start machine. HunterBot said he took it, but he never did the presentation. Why didn't you do the presentation? Did it just get canceled? All right, machine has started. Our IP address will be shown in 50 seconds. In the meantime, let's zoom in. Let's go through here. And for those of you who might be just tuning in, what I do a little bit different than maybe other content creators is I read this thing in its entirety because I'm learning right alongside you. So I try not to skim through it. I like to slow down, read it, and let's pay attention to the details. Often when you get stuck on a room on TryHackMe or Hack the Box Academy, it's because you skim the material. Slow down, read it. Our goal is not to rush through this. Our goal at the end of the day is to learn something, and we learn by slowing down. All right. Insider PhD did the video walkthrough, so I'd encourage you to check that out. It's probably much shorter than mine and maybe more helpful than mine. And Sean Zepp said, I like that because I'm too lazy to read it myself. Dude, I'm like Microsoft Sam. I don't know if you guys remember Microsoft Sam. I remember the days of Windows XP and when I first discovered Microsoft Sam as a kid and when I could type and then the robot talked to me. It was amazing. Fun story. All right, story time real quick. Me and my daughter, she is 6, we made a robot out of cardboard, and I have a little Bluetooth speaker, and I put a Bluetooth speaker inside of the robot's head, taped the head shut, and then I was able to use my phone to send voice commands to the robot. So then when she woke up the next day, she came out, and I said, hey, say hi to the robot, and the robot said hi, and then said her name. So I made my own robot with a Bluetooth speaker, and amazed both of my kids. My daughter liked it. I believe when my son woke up, the robot said hi to him and he started crying and turned around and went to his room. So he did not like the robot, but it was fun. All right. The chat distracts me. Let's dive into it. Input validation. Insufficient is Santa's sidekick. Santa is looking for a sidekick. That is the name of our story today. Insufficient input validation is one of the biggest security concerns for web applications. The issue occurs when user-provided input is inherently trusted by the application. Since user input can also be controlled by an attacker, we can see how this inherent trust can lead to many problems. Several web application vulnerabilities, such as SQL injection. Here's a fun question for the chat. Do you guys pronounce it SQL or SQL? All right, SQL is the correct way in my head, but would be curious what you guys think. It is the age-old debate, such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and unrestricted file upload, stem from the issue of insufficient user input validation. This task will focus on how insufficient input validation can lead to an unrestricted file upload vulnerability. Sounds like a lot of fun. Learning objectives today. Input validation of file upload functionality. Oh, Amoeba Man, I think in my QA live, I found a typo. I'm guessing you mean functionality. I think TryHackMe should, I'm still waiting for my free membership from TryHackMe. So I do QA for them while I'm live on stream. So Amoeba Man, if you can get me that free membership, I'd appreciate it. Unrestricted file upload vulnerabilities, phishing through file uploads, and how to properly secure file upload functionality. The unrestricted and unrestricted file uploads. The ability to upload files to a server has become integral to how we interact with web applications. Just think of file uploads like a profile picture for a social media website, a report being uploaded to cloud storage, or saving a project on GitHub. The applications for file upload features are limitless. Unfortunately, when poorly handled, file uploads can also open up severe vulnerabilities in the server. This can lead to anything from a relatively minor nuisance problems all the way up to full remote code execution if an attacker manages to upload and execute a shell. With unrestricted upload access to a server and the ability to retrieve data at will, an attacker could deface or otherwise alter existing content up to and including injecting malicious web pages, which lead to further vulnerabilities such as cross-site scripting or cross-site request forgery. By uploading arbitrary files, an attacker could potentially use the server to host and/or serve illegal content or to leak sensitive information. Realistically speaking, an attacker with the ability to upload a file of their choice to your server with no restrictions is very dangerous indeed. Unrestricted file uploads usually have two main exploitation paths. If the attacker can retrieve the uploaded file, it could lead to code execution if the attacker uploads a file such as a web shell. If the file is viewed by a user, think of a CV application, then an attacker could embed malware in the uploaded file that would execute on the user's workstation once they view the file. There has been quite a lot of focus on RCE through web shells in previous rooms, so in this task, we will focus on the latter exploitation path. Okay, awesome. And it looks like we're probably going to navigate to a website. Let's keep reading, and then we'll pop open the website. So Santa is looking for a sidekick. Santa is looking to hire new staff for his security team and has hired a freelance developer to create a web application where potential candidates can upload their CVs. Elf McSkitty is aware that third-party risk can be serious and has tasked you, Exploit McRed, with testing this application before it goes live. We are web app pen testers. Since the festivities are right around the corner, we will have to focus on the core feature of the website, namely the ability to upload a CV. Elf McStiddy has provided you with the latest version of the application. Start the machine attached to this task to load the website. Once loaded, roughly 2 minutes, you can navigate there to view the website using either the attack box of your TryHackMe or, there's another. Or I'm guessing it means or attack box or your TryHackMe VPN connection. But okay, let's go ahead and open link in new tab and check out this website. Homepage, Santa's Sidekick CV upload for special elves. Do you think you got what it takes to be Santa's sidekick? Upload your CV here and we will be in touch. What's privacy do? Use this page to detail your site's privacy policy. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So let's just test this out. We hit browse, and here's TryHackMe, and we don't need to upload those. Let's go ahead and just close this out. Well, yeah, let's just upload this one. I'm just curious. Upload. Oh, so I can already see we have that unrestricted file upload, right? So if it's a CV, it should only take, maybe .docx, .pdf, whatever it is, but I just uploaded some .sol from the blockchain room. Santa team review your CV and get in touch, and Santa believes in strong security. The file has been stored outside the web root. No unethical elves allowed. Okay, cool. Well, let's keep reading. As we can see, the website allows us to upload our CVs to apply for a job in Santa's security team. Before we start the actual testing, let's first try to use the website as intended to get a better understanding of what is happening. Using your favorite word editor, create a simple new PDF and upload it to the application. Once uploaded, we can see the following message. And I think we have like Libra editor or whatever, in Ubuntu. I forgot what operating system I was on. So I've never actually really used this before. I usually use Microsoft Word. Let's use this. See what it all looks like. And my VM's being slow. I don't know if it's because I'm running OBS and everything else at the same time, but hello? You gonna open for me? Come on, I believe in you. Thank you. Did you know? I don't really care. Okay, let's make our CV. Let's make it bigger. And you know what? The best way to make a resume is they really like it if you make the text yellow. Yeah, they really like it if you make your resume yellow, just so it really pops out to the hiring manager. Don't actually do that. So we will say this is Tyler the hacker. Okay, I can't stand the yellow text. I'm changing it back. Oh, and there's my daughter's school calling me that they're going to be late. They've already texted me. Let's see. What colors do hackers use? Probably green, right? Kind of like a terminal. There we go. Tyler the hacker. And let's say my experience is I hack on TryHackMe. Basically, only cool thing I do. Oh, and I interviewed Heath Adams one time, and John Hammond, and Husky Hacks, and Amoeba Man. I always mess this up. And Nate, and some others. Hire me or be hacked. There we go. How do you guys like my resume? Switch to dark mode too. Yeah, I don't know how to switch to dark mode. Let's go ahead and let me highlight this one just so we can make it more Christmas-y. We'll make that one red. We'll make this one red. If only I could do every other letter green and red. All right, this is beautiful. Tyler the hacker, a hack on TryHackMe. Really cool CVE. File. Oh, there's templates. We could have gotten a resume template. All right, we don't need to go that far. Export is PDF. Okay, cool. Export. And we'll just go, if we go Tyler, TryHackMe, Having a Cyber, we'll say resume. Sounds good to me. Okay. Now that I spent half the time making my resume, let's go here, let's browse, and let's upload my resume. Upload. Resume PDF has been uploaded. Santa's team will do it. All right, cool. And it's been stored outside the web root. No unethical elves allowed. All right, let's keep seeing what we're supposed to do. Interesting. The message also tells us there will be a human, or elf more specifically, interacting with the file. This calls for further investigation. Let's see what happens when we try to upload something other than a PDF like an executable, which we already did. I uploaded the blockchain one, so we can skip that step. You can rename the file extension of your CV to .exe, and we did that, right? It just accepts it. That seems to work. It seems like the freelance developer has attempted to implement some security controls to prevent naughty elves. However, not all controls were implemented. But can we actually do something with this that will be malicious? Can we? Nay said new Ubuntu or new OS. Yeah, dude, I changed it up. Like I was doing Parrot OS for a while. Now I'm just doing Ubuntu. I clearly have ADD when it comes to VMs. Who knows what I'll be doing next time? Why the fuss over the web root? So, why would the developer take care to store the file outside the web root? Well, web servers are fairly simple things. You request a resource, and the web server then responds with the resource. The magic happens when a request resource has a specific file type. Since this is a .NET application, the following resource types would be considered special. ASP, ASPX, CSHTML. When a resource is requested with one of these file types, the web server will first execute some instructions found in these pages before sending the compiled response back to the user. Here is an example of an ASPX or instruction that would be executed by the server. So we have a form ID specifying a form. We're specifying it's the post method, run at the server. We have our encoding type, and then the action upload.aspx. I'm looking over at the chat. Hunterbot said, Tyler, do you think you got the impossible AD set on the OSCP? So I attended one of AppSec's little office hours on a Friday, and I kid you not, they said if you take the exam twice and you say on your second attempt, if you say, hey, my second attempt was more difficult or easier than my first attempt, I kid you not, they said that is grounds for investigation that you are leaking exam information. And so I'm very careful when I talk about what I got on the exam. I did read about the impossible set on Reddit that someone kind of posted and leaked about. My understanding is they took that so-called impossible set and it's now part of the core. So I don't think the impossible set is in rotation anymore, but if you do the PWK course, I believe as you're going through the Active Directory part, they took that exam set and made it part of the course. I could be wrong. They said, oh, I thought you installed it as your host OS. No, but I think I'm going to either this or Linux Mint. I just don't want to do it in one night. I'm thinking maybe over Christmas break. I still have to think through some of the implications of that, because there's certain software. I mean, I could download Wine, but I'm thinking of like Logitech Capture, which is what I have to use when I interview people because I have so many things going on. I don't think would work on a Linux distro. I'm sure I could find an alternative, right? I just have to think through some of that stuff before I do it. Or VMware allows me to like use my hardware and pull it into the VM. So I could actually probably test everything with VMware before I do it. So I might experiment with that first, but I want to. I really do. But no, this is just within VMware right now. Okay. This tells the server that the HTML element first requires some formatting before being added to the HTML in the response, as can be seen by the run at server directive. If we could upload any file that we wanted, we could upload one of those special types of pages like an ASPX web shell. If this file was stored in the web root, we could request the file from the server, forcing the server to execute the code within our file before sending the response. It would be possible to get remote code execution on the web server. However, as the file is stored outside of the web root, we cannot make a request that would retrieve our uploaded file for execution. However, this protection is not sufficient for two main reasons. Other vulnerabilities, such as local file inclusion, may exist that allow us to force the web server itself to recover the file that was stored outside the web root. If the web server recovers the file, the code within the file will again be executed, allowing for RCE, or remote code execution. While we cannot perhaps get RCE using this vulnerability, we know with certainty that actual users would interact with the files that we upload. Rather than targeting the web server directly, we could target the users that would interact with these files. If we were to upload a file that had malware embedded, it would execute when the user interacted with the file, still allowing us to breach Santa's perimeter. Ooh, we probably need to install some tools on our Ubuntu machine. We'll see how bad I mess this up and if I switch over to the attack box. All right, Shell from Santa. Let's try to target one of Santa's elves that would be reviewing the uploaded CVs. In most cases, we would have to be quite creative with the malware that we upload, especially since this is for an application to a security role. This will require us to create a CV with a malicious macro embedded. However, since we are on Santa's red team and this is a security assessment, we only need to show proof of concept. Let's use Metasploit to generate a malicious CV. Do you guys think I have MSF Venom? I'm going to go with probably not. Let me see. Let's just navigate over to TryHackMe. And, okay, sudo snap install Metasploit framework. How long do you think this will take? Okay, it might take a little bit. Maybe I should sing a Christmas song for you guys while we wait. I'm not Matt Kiley, though. I don't know if any of you guys watched his video. I could pull it up for us while we wait. On his Advent of Cyber, the dude sung like an incredible Christmas song all about InMap. It was one of the best things I have ever seen on YouTube. It was amazing. But it looks like this won't take too long. Let's see if there's anything else we need to install. So we have Metasploit, and we're talking about file uploads, file content validation, malware scanning. Okay, we might just need Metasploit, which is good because kind of what I'm attempting to do, guys, is I've used Kali. Obviously, you have to use it for the OSCP, and then I experiment with Parrot OS. But then Amoeba Man is actually the one who I think made this point. He said what he does is he just takes vanilla flavor of Ubuntu and installs the tools he wants because the other distros come with so much bloatware, security tools you never use, whereas you start your own VM and you can kind of make your own hack in VM, which is what I'm trying to do with this Kali machine. Or not Kali machine, Ubuntu machine. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Okay, do we got it now? Would you like to use and set up a new database? Yeah. Probably just Y would be sufficient there. Nobody Nate says Archer die. I'm not smart enough for that. Was I supposed to say Y? Okay. Oh, it was doing something. No, just... I have it now. Okay, cool. I have MSF Venom now. Perfect. So let's keep our VM open. Let's go back to here. And it looks like, just to walk through this, if MSF Venom is new to you guys, we're specifying MSF Venom. -P is we're going to specify the type of payload. We're doing a Windows x64 as the architecture. We're going to catch it as a Meterpreter shell. Otherwise, if you just did a regular shell, it'd be like shell _, but Meterpreter / reverse TCP. lhost is ton0. That's just going to be specifying our VPN. You could manually specify your IP there. ton0 is an easier way to do it. Lport is, of course, our listening port. -F is what we want to export it as when we want to exe. -O is the output file. And cv username.exe is going to be the name of our file. So we can go ahead and copy this just so we get the syntax correct. And let me see if I can figure out how to make the terminal bigger for you guys. If we go to preferences maybe. And global profiles. Unnamed? Maybe it's unnamed text. Font, custom font. Let's do that. And let's make this like, we'll make it 16 maybe. Hopefully that shows up a little bit better for you guys so it's not so small. But let's go ahead and copy that in. And so once again, we have our MSF Venom, ton0 should work. Our listening port, I'll show you guys the port that real hackers use. 1337. .f.exe, cv, our username, cv hacksmarter.exe. We're real hackers now. Clarity said, fun fact, you can just hit enter and the capitalized Y or N will select auto magically. Very cool. Making Arch your daily driver bare metal equals yeah, I wouldn't do that. Now it should be doing its thing right now. It takes a little bit. You can then also use the following to create the associated listener in the MSF console, which we will do that next. Did my MSF Venom install like break? Usually it doesn't take too long. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything. About to make my own, or I'm about to open up my Kali Linux box. Why is that not working? Is there like a verbose mode? Oh, sudo maybe? That's a good point. Yeah, that's just going to throw me off. On Kali, I run everything as root. So I never have to sudo. Sudo can't cd to home Tyler TryHackMe AOC. Sudo MSF Venom snap. Okay, let's try this. I am root. We'll just keep CV username generic because I want to see if this makes any difference. Can't, what do you mean you can't CD? Looks like more permissions broke it. Oh man, this is why I should just stick with the normal hacking tools, huh? But the fun of this is figuring out what's going on. So snap Metasploit can't CD to home Tyler TryHackMe AOC. Why can't you? Right? Metasploit framework can't CD. Okay. Is it because I can't write to it? Let's change mod. I wonder if that'll fix it. No. Come on. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, guys. Obviously not. If Callie doesn't put it together for me, then I'm just broken. We're going to figure this out. So if I can't CD there, what if I just... Can we put in our temp directory? Well, we didn't get the error, but it also doesn't seem to be doing anything else either. All right. Mima said recommend MSF install from source. Okay. I don't know if it's worth fixing this or that's just your Kali box make it. And so this is the problem, guys. I can't really switch to my Kali box and I can't switch to my Parrot box because I've done like work specific stuff on those machines. And so there's files on those machines that cannot be exposed on live stream. So I can't just switch over to those machines, at least not while I'm on live stream. I have to stay on my Ubuntu box, or I can launch the attack box. Those are kind of our options here. Let me just see. Install Metasploit on Ubuntu. How to install Metasploit on Ubuntu? It's a good question. That's what we're trying to figure out. Hands-on demonstration. Okay, that's obviously what I need. All right, here's our first command. Probably don't need sudo to wget, but oh well. Okay, what are we going to do after that? I bet you guys didn't think you'd be able to spend the entire stream watching me try to get Metasploit installed on Ubuntu, but if you don't like it, you can disconnect. That's your choice. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then we will make it executable, and then we'll run it. Okay. I mean, sounds easy enough. Oh, uninstall the version you snap installed? Yeah, that probably makes sense, doesn't it? Is it like snap uninstall or something? Snap help. Snap Damon's blah blah. Other download pack. You guys see unset? I don't even know how to uninstall stuff from Ubuntu. Remove. Oh, remove, I bet. Snap, remove. What was it called? Metasploit? Metasploit framework? Oh, I think we did it. Nay says, what is the difference between snap and apt? Couple of letters. I think snap is like Ubuntu specific, isn't it? They have like their snap store. It's kind of like their version of the Windows store, but I don't really know for sure. All right, it is removed. Now let's try to install this one. Oh, maybe I should sudo that beast. Okay. What do you guys think is supposed to happen here? Oh, look at that. Whoop. Oh, lost it. Lost it again. Here it is. Welcome to Metasploit Setup Wizard. We even have a nice GUI. I accept. Forward. This way will automatically start every time the machine started. Sure, why not? Disable antivirus, disable firewall. Yep, okay, sounds good. Setup is not responding. Well, freaking shoot, that sucks. Wait. Yeah. Sure. We're just going to keep everything the same. Okay. Unpacking files. All right, guys, in the meantime, I'm going to break out some classics for you. Let me pull up Matt Kiley. Husky Sings. Sorry, it's on my other screen. I'll pull it over for you guys. Where's it at? Let me just go to his YouTube page. When I search for Husky Hacks, my video is the first one that comes up, but that's probably just because I'm the one logged into YouTube. Okay, here we go. While this installs, we're at 7%. Let's enjoy some tunes from Matt Kiley, shall we? You guys will find this amazing if you haven't heard it already.
Hey, it's the hurry. Got someplace to be? Yeah. Well, not happy to see me.
Those who watch this after the fact are going to be watching YouTube within YouTube. It's like Inception. Let me turn down my mic. I'll just turn off once it starts, and we can listen to this together.
Hackers and general hackers, please put your hands together for Husky Sings and the 64-bit band.
Just hear that end map jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a port scan together with you. We'll use that scan utility to figure out what to do. Come on, it's lovely weather for a port scan together with you. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, hey y'all, let's look at them all. We're enumerating ports and protocols. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up that scan, oh isn't it grand? We're scanning along to the song of a hackery fairyland, enumerating targets for open ports are we. We'll use our default scripts and version fingerprinting. Nmap-SCSV ports 80 and 22. Come on, it's lovely weather for a port scan together with you. Skizzy Bouillabaisse on the trumpet, everybody. Skizzy. Good evening, hackers and gentle hackers. I hope we're all warm and cozy in here tonight as we're going to learn how to scan and enumerate. I'm Husky Sings. We are the 64-bit band. Thank you to TryHackMe for having us back this year. Now, everyone sit back, relax, and enjoy the scan. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Hey, y'all, let's look at them all. We're enumerating ports and protocols. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up now scan. Oh, isn't it grand? We're scanning along to the song of a hackery fairyland, enumerating targets for open ports are we. We'll use our default scripts and version fingerprinting. Nmap-SCSV ports 80 and 22. Come on, it's lovely weather for a port scan together with you. A port scan together with you. A port scan together with you. Let's take it home. A port scan together with you.
Amazing. That's one of the best things that I've seen on YouTube. We might just end up watching YouTube videos today, depending on what I get with Metasploit. Let me turn that back down. Let's check where our install is at, guys. Oh my goodness, we're only at 63%. I wonder if this is working better because my last one went almost too fast. If once this is done, we will have Metasploit installed on here. Let me turn down my audio real quick. Is that my computer? Jeez, my computer is buzzing away over there. I thought my speaker was turned up too high, but it's just buzzing while this installs. I don't have any other cool YouTube videos to show you guys. So we might just have to hang out and look at each other. Let's have some awkward silence. Still don't know how 16 of you are still on with me as we have been spending the last 5 minutes waiting for Metasploit to install, but I'm glad you're here. We could, you know what we could do? There is some theory we could read. Amoeba Man told me you can read this while you wait for the shell. I bet he didn't expect we could read this while we wait for Metasplate to install on my Ubuntu VM. We could read through this and we'll just kind of monitor this. Oh, we're at 80% already? We're getting closer. Let's go ahead and just start reading through here. So we are going to do this. It looks like we're going to catch the shell. We'll upload the file and we'll give it a few minutes and then one of those L's will review our CV and then we'll get a shell. Sweet. So let's learn about, looking at the chat, turns out you downloaded a fake installer and you're part of the botnet now. Oh well, it's all good. It's just a VM, so I'll destroy the thing. 89%. Okay. Let's read this first part. Properly securing file uploads. To adequately secure the file upload feature, we will need to implement layers of defense. In this task, we will use a C# file upload as the case study. C# is a popular language used to create both Windows applications and web applications at large organizations. Let's look at our base file upload function first. Public iAction result on post upload. I'm glancing down at the chat. We'll probably come back to that. I think it's almost done. I like how Amoeba Man showed us how to use MSF as a one-liner. And Amoeba Man said, yeah, I saw it said Metasploit in the URL, did not want to say anything. Yeah, this is cool. I think I learned about how to use this as a one-liner from one of Amoeba Man's other rooms. I believe he does something similar for the Active Directory rooms. I didn't even know about this -Q. That means open it quiet. And then, yeah, and -X, I believe, is execute. And then you can execute what you're doing there. Like magic. 100%. 100%. Still at 100%. I want to click forward. I like how the GUI or the graphic behind it is broken. Conduct penetration tests through an easy-to-use interface. I can't make out those other words. Upgrade to Metasploit Pro for advanced enterprise features. Blank white line and black line. You have to perform steganography in order to know what Metasploit's message says. Nate said 100% Bitcoin mining. Yeah, basically. You know, I was not expecting to stream this long tonight. But it is what it is. This is obviously broken. I don't know what it's doing. Let's just go like this now. It's kind of installed, right? So if we cd to home, Tyler, TryHackMe, AOC, and we can just run MSF Venom, right? Nope, we can't. Okay. Opt MS Venom. It's not there yet. Come on. So you run the installer, press enter to read the Metasploit license agreement. Whoa, where did they get this stuff? We had a GUI. That's probably why it's broken. I didn't read any of these. I just hit enter on it. It's now ready to begin. Okay. Wait for the installation to complete. Once the installation has finished, you will see a message that says go there from your web browser to access the web UI. You have successfully installed Metasploit on your Ubuntu system. Open a web browser. Come on, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck at 100%? All right, I'll look at the chat while I wait. Say hidden message, Stegel for the win. Yep. That's why your PC's fan is so crazy. Crypto mining for the win. Script Kid said, Tyler, from your job hunting for a pen test role, what has been more in demand? A web app, Active Directory? I'm trying to figure out which path to get in first to get in the door. I would say web apps would be the way to start. Oh, that's what Amoeba Man said as well. Yeah, I think, so from my own experience, before I got the role I have now, I was focused on Active Directory and kind of your traditional hacking type stuff. I didn't do much with web apps besides like the basic web app to get a shell on a system. But when I had my first or my second interview, I think it was, the guy who's actually the founder, CEO of the company I work at now, said that exact thing, that if you want to get into penetration testing, one of the best places you can focus is web apps, because those are often the entry-level roles, is doing web app pen testing. So would encourage you to do that. Portswigger Academy is hands down an incredible resource for learning web app security. TryHackMe also has some good stuff on the basics of web apps, how they work, and also how to use Burp Suite. And Hack the Box Academy has some good resources. They have a whole bug bounty path. Actually, a bug bounty certification, partnered with HackerOne. That'd be something to check out. But Portswigger Academy, you can't really go wrong with that. The only downside is for Portswigger Academy to work fully is you need a pro license. Some of the labs you cannot do with the community edition. But web app is going to be your best bang for your buck. I'm going to read Amoeba Man. He said, Tyler will have his own answer, but AppSec testing is always in demand and a great way to start. Networks are nothing more than a bunch of applications talking to each other. That is a great point. Well, guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. Wait, is it doing something? Oh, my goodness. Do we have MSF Venom on here now? Can I launch Metasploit? Oh, MSF Council. What am I doing with my life? Don't just launch them. I type in Metasploit. Let's try MSF Council. I don't know. This is just starting. This is still doing our crypto mining in the background here. That's okay. We'll just let it mine our crypto. And I'm going to read Amoeba Man's comment for those of you on YouTube. He said, if you don't have a solid foundation in AppSec, application security, it makes more complex assessments like red teaming hard. Sure, you may fish your way in, but with goal execution, you will most likely have to compromise an application. So a solid foundation in application security will help you along your career for quite some time. That's an excellent point. Amoeba Man just dropping wisdom on us all. Oh, guys, look! It is starting our Bitcoin mining council. Can I just close this? Okay. This is being really slow. Let's just see if we can generate that payload. Shall we? And if we can, I'm just going to cancel the install and see what happens. We don't need those steps anymore, how to install it. We're obviously pros. Come on. This is being really slow. All right, go back to here. Oh, it didn't even copy the right thing. Oh, man. Train wreck tonight, guys. You guys all saw me click copy, right? And let's just update our port. We'll just leave our exploit name the same because I don't know if this is going to work. Even said, I really hope you have a snapshot for this VM. I think I do from when I first created the VM. Maybe we just need to give it some time. One of you guys are going to have to make this for me and send it over to me on Discord and hope Discord doesn't grab it. Well, what if I do like .exe reverse shell? Can I compile my own? Probably not in Ubuntu, huh? Hold up. Let's go back. Yeah, Moodman said maybe attack box time. Yeah, you're probably right. Just so we can complete this room. Oh! Spoke too soon. We have it. It did it. Okay, so now we're going to close this installer. Just get out of here. That should speed things up a little bit. And we're going to try to run this one-liner. And let's see if we can get this to work. Run our one-liner. Our listening port was 1337. Ton 0. Everything else looks good to me. Well, we have the payload now. Now that's just going to take some time, but that's okay. We have the payload. Once we have our CV, we can upload the file again and give it a few minutes. Let's just go ahead and upload it now in faith that MSF or Metasploit is going to launch. Sound good? Sound good. AOC, CV username.exe, select, and let's upload that beast. Did it work? Usually it would give us that nice message. Uh-oh. Select, upload. There we go. We uploaded it. Now, if MSF Venom would just launch, we'd be doing good. Or not MSF Venom, MSF Council. Let's do this. Sudo MSF Council. Maybe we'll try to launch it over here manually. See which one goes first. Oh, we got it. It's just being slow. We have our TCP handler going. We have our L port set. Guys, we might be in business. All right. Well, let's read through the theory. And then in a little bit, with our fingers crossed, we will turn around and see if we catch a shell. All right. Let's read through this. So this is C#. We have our iAction result, on post upload, file upload. Here's our path. Form file. So this is just showing us like what it looks like for an upload in C#. File content validation. We can validate the content of the file by reviewing the content type header that is sent by the browser when the file is uploaded. You can do that with Burp Suite. String content type file upload content. Split if. And I honestly, one of my weaknesses is coding. Like I know Python a little bit. C#, I just haven't messed around with much. I need to dig into it more. And if you guys have any resources you recommend, drop them in the chat for me and I will check them out. If the file content type is not PDF, we will reject the file. That's where we see that there. While this is a good control, it should be noted that since the browser sets this header, an attacker could bypass this control by intercepting the request and changing the header. You can do that with Burp Suite or zap proxy. File extension validation. We can also verify the file extension. This will allow us to limit the type of files that can be uploaded. We can therefore add the following lines to our code. Let me just scroll up because I want to ask you guys the question. If we look at this, so we have equals PDF, allowed equals false. If content extension does not, that's the exclamation mark, does not equal PDF, then it's not allowed. So one way that you might be able to bypass this in my head, and maybe it's going to talk about this, is if you do like malicious file .pdf.exe. It all depends on where it's looking for that extension at, I suppose. If a user CV is in different format, they'll have to convert their CV first. This control should ideally be implemented with an allow list as shown above, since a block list can still be bypassed in certain areas. So maybe this wouldn't be able to be bypassed. Maybe man knows more than I do. File size validation. Attackers can also try to upload files that are so large it consumes so much disk space that other potential candidates are not able to upload their CVs. I didn't even think about that. That's interesting. To prevent this, we can implement file size validation controls. And so if you do that, you're attacking the availability. If you think of the CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, availability, if you can do that, you're kind of DOSing, I suppose, the CVs. You're attacking the availability of it, I would think. This will only allow file sizes smaller than the specified amount. So we can see that there. Oh, what? Sessions. Meterpreter. I'm thinking of regular shell. It's been so long, guys, since I've been in a Meterpreter shell, because with the OSCP, you can't use Metasploit. So I know it's a little bit different. So get UID. Yeah, there we go. Get UID is what I was thinking. There we go. So we're at Santa, Sidekick, HR, Elf, LS. It's been really slow, but I think it's my machine. It's not TryHackMe. But we got a shell, guys. I'm actually impressed we managed to get that to work. File renaming. As mentioned before, even though our uploads are stored outside the web root. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, it worked. Amuman said, do not dir. You are in system 32. That's funny. Oh, well, it worked, didn't it? Let me jump back to this. File renaming. As mentioned before, even though our uploads are stored outside the web root, an attacker can leverage an additional vulnerability, such as file inclusion, to execute the file. To counter these attempts, we can look to rename uploaded files to random names, making it almost impossible for an attacker to recover their file by name. That makes sense. If you can't grab the file down, if you can't execute it in some way, that would be a good prevention strategy. Malware scanning. Let me get a drink of water. Malware scanning. Even with all the above controls implemented, there is still the risk of an attacker uploading a malicious file that targets the elves that will review the CVs. Since Santa is a high-value individual, some nation states might even use specialized exploits found in PDF readers to upload a malicious PDF in the hopes of getting access to remove themselves from Santa's naughty list. I tell you what. In order to combat these types of malicious files, we can scan uploaded files for malware. We can install a package such as ClamAV and use it to scan the contents of each uploaded file. Interesting that ClamAV, yeah, I think this is public knowledge because it's in Proving Grounds Practice. If you get Proving Grounds Practice, which is just $20 a month, there is a retired OSCP exam machine on there that you actually use ClamAV to exploit. So fun fact. So we have, looks like we're doing malware scanning with ClamAV on here. We're setting a variable called clam. We have our new clam client, this configuration, ClamAV server, convert, this configuration. We have port, scan result. So we're scanning the file. If the scan result equals virus detected, then allowed equals false. So if ClamAV detects a virus, then it's not allowed to be uploaded. Putting it all together. Combining all of the above techniques, we can implement a secure file upload function as shown below. So let's walk through this a little bit. We have our on-post upload. We're going to check a few things. First, we're going to store the file outside of the web root, which we can see here. We're storing it in the CV uploads. And we have our form file, create a GUID for the file name. So that's creating a randomized name for the file so the attacker can't easily identify or pull down their file. We're going to validate the content type to make sure it's PDF. But once again, this could technically be bypassed with something like Burp Suite if you edit the content type headers, if you grab the request and do that. But then we're going to validate the content extension. We want to make sure it ends in PDF. We don't need any other files there. Validate the content size. That's just so people do not upload files so big that nobody else can upload their resumes. So we're doing that there, making sure the max file size is set. We're going to scan the content for malware using CLAM AV, which is very cool. And of course, if the scan result equals a virus detected, it is no longer allowed, and only upload if all checks are passed. So if allowed, so that comes back, just looking at the indentation here. So if allowed, if it's allowed, so we have allowed, we're setting this variable equals allowed, right? So if allowed remains true, that's what it's asking there. If it's false on any of these, it's not going to upload, but it's catching all the other ones. If allowed equals true, essentially, then you can go ahead and upload the file. All of these controls are required for the simple reason that we cannot inherently trust user input. As such, user input must be validated and controlled. Sending this feedback to the freelance developer will allow them to secure the file upload feature. What is the name given to file uploads that allow threat actors to upload any files they want? What is the name given to file? Unrestricted, right? What is the title of the web application developed by Santa's Freelance? Santa's Sidekick or something? Santa Sidekick 2. Santa Sidekick 2. What is the value of the flag stored in the hrelf's documents directory? Well, can I drop into a shell? Yeah. We'll go to users. We'll dir cdhr elf cd, was it documents, I think? Dir type flag.text. There is our flag. Naughty file uploads can get you RCE. Yes, they can. Let's copy that. Submit. What defense technique can be implemented to ensure that specific file types can be uploaded? That would be based on the extension. I just don't remember what it was called. File extension validation. File extension validation. What defense technique can be used to make sure the threat actor cannot recover the file again by simply using the file name? That's when we randomize the file name. File renaming. What defense technique can be used to make sure malicious files that can hurt elves are not uploaded? That would just be virus scanning, malware scanning. Malware scanning. And check out Intro to Web Hacking if you're interested in that. Guys, we finished it. It only took me an hour and 8 minutes to go through a simple room. But that's because we are on Ubuntu. And here are our wins. We learned about web application security. That's one win. The other win is we learned that I am terrible at using Ubuntu. That's the second win. The third win is we learned that we eventually can install Metasploit on Ubuntu if you pull it down from GitHub first and then just close the installer as it mines Bitcoin in the background. That is what we learned. Because the fourth thing is always create a snapshot of your VM when you're doing stuff like this, because you're probably going to break it. So looking over at the chat, you guys are talking about some cool stuff. I'm going to read through the chat for those of you on YouTube who can't see it. Nate said, Amoeba Man, would you recommend using Metasploit for external engagement? I feel like the DB is a great way to organize services and hosts. My notes are whack. Amoeba Man said, yeah, MSF is great for structuring things. It has quite a bit of noisy signatures, so if you're using it on an external where they have a WAF, which is a web application firewall, it might block some of your scans, skewing your results. So just keep that in mind. Have you tried Armitage, the UI for MSF? And then he's correcting me, which is normal. And Nobody Nate said, yeah, I like Armitage when it works. The last time I tried, it was plagued with some workspace bug. Me-Man said it has quite some bugs. Honestly, I use a mixture of InMap and Nessus scans for externals, then use Cherry Tree for my notes and create a node for each host, then subnote for each open port or service. That's actually exactly how I do my notes, Amoeba-Man, but using OneNote, but that exact process. Good evening, Tigor4. The script kid said, what a record time. Absolutely, 1 hour and 9 minutes. I bet that was much shorter than the official walkthrough. Maybe this is why TryHackMe hasn't asked me to do this yet. Amoeba-Man said, in this YouTube video about file uploads, Tyler installs a crypto miner to get MSF. Yes, he does. There's a web-based Kali attack box if you like that better. I know there is, but I like I shouldn't say I like it. I enjoy the pain of the troubleshooting process of getting tools to work on your own VM when they're not preloaded for you. There is something in that learning process that I think is beneficial for you. Me-Man said, wrote a Python script running on scheduled tasks. My second guest saw that running in PS. The way the Python script can also run threading and delete upload so it does not break if you upload a bad exe. Mine was 1 hour and 14 minutes. Nicely done. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I hope y'all enjoyed something. Hope you enjoyed my run through of stumbling my way through Ubuntu, but it was good having you guys hang out with me. It was fun digging into this, and I will catch you guys the next stream. I'm trying to think of when my next stream will be. I'm taking a break from just streaming every single night kind of for the rest of the month. I was really busy there for a while. I was streaming every night and then studying for the OSCP. Then I took the OSCP, thankfully passed it, and now I have recently started a new role as a pen tester and just trying to learn that role. A lot of web apps is what I'm doing, and so my plan will probably be to stream some like Portswigger Academy type stuff in the near future. Right now I'm working some of it on my own. The problem with streaming is trying to learn at the same time that I'm reading stuff and doing stuff. It's like when I'm on stream, I make the silliest of mistakes that I don't make when I'm offline. I don't know why. So just know that. But I will be back on here. I will try to get into a more regular schedule. Amoeba-Man said, day 19 hardware hacking. Yes. Is that your next day? Whenever Amoeba-Man has a room on here, we will stream. So he said day 19 is hardware hacking. So December 19th, I will be back and we will do hardware hacking. Have never done that. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be a lot of fun. So we will be back on December 19th for hardware hacking. I'll also be on occasionally for Portswigger stuff. In the new year in January, I'll get a set schedule where I'm on stream maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and we will probably work through like web app security type stuff just because that is what I'm personally focused on and learning, and we will keep on keeping on this journey together. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me this evening. It is an honor to have you here. If you did not catch my interview earlier in the day with Heath Adams, go watch it on my YouTube page because my YouTube is monetized now and you can make me some money. Watch it on YouTube, but appreciate you guys being here. I will catch you guys in the next stream, in the next video. Peace out, y'all.